You know, we've been racing the Pro Arena trucks and the monster trucks already in the 1998 season. Let's take a look now at the point standings for the monster trucks and how they are doing. Up on top, Dan Patrick and that beautiful new paint scheme on Samson. He's really got this thing figured out right now.
When we started the season, it came with a new motor. Told me it had 50% more horsepower, and he's proven himself the last 2 races out. He's awesome right now.
I think as you take a look at the back half of the top 10, the other thing that is interesting is how Firestone is struggling a little bit to get going. But the thing I like about Dan Patrick is not just a truck in 98, but how he's been driving in 1998. He's really come up with some new little tricks. We'll get into that a little bit later on, and it's really working out for him. Let's meet Dan Patrick. He is standing by with the 3rd member of our broadcasting crew, Dave Burns.
Thanks, Ralph. And you know, the biblical character for which Dan Patrick's truck is named, Samson, did some pretty amazing things in its time. Samson ripped apart a lion with his bare hands, and then Samson slew about 1,000 Philistines with the jawbone of a donkey. Now, Dan's not going to be asked to do that here tonight, but Dan, you've got some pretty amazing things to do here in a very tight course. How do you hang on to the points lead tonight here at Des Moines?
Well, it's going to be tough here. I don't have any easy rounds tonight. I mean, I got Firestone Wilderness first round. If I get past him, I got Executioner and Bigfoot second round. So there's no easy fights tonight. This track is really tight and it's really tacky, so you can't go in the turns very fast. So this is my first night on a very long extended road trip, and so we're going to be aggressive, but we're also going to be cautious. We'll really stretch it out on the straight line more than we will in the obstacle race, but we're going to fight for that too.
And on this long road trip, Ralph, Dan says he might also let his hair grow real long. That was the other secret of Samson's strength.
You never know with Dan Patrick. That's the last thing the competition wants to hear, is that he might find. Tell you what, it might be cold in here, but the smell of that alcohol helps warm up the system, doesn't it?
I love that smell.
Firestone Wilderness coming up in the next one, a 97 Ford F-150, 572 cubic inches and 1,400 horsepower. This is pretty much a sister truck to Bigfoot.
They change the body. That's exactly what they do. But this wilderness truck is awesome. There's Patrick.
Boy, is that truck getting to be the big dog on the tour this year in a hurry. Dan Patrick and Samson. A 96 Chevy, 560 cubic inches, 1,350 horsepower, a little bit less in the horsepower department. Those big bulging biceps help make up for the difference.
Don't believe everything you read. Big blown Hemi in the back of this truck. Look at that. I'm telling you, the guy's got power.
Quickly becoming one of the crowd favorites on the tour is the new Samson truck. It is absolutely beautiful, the paint scheme.
They're picking the tires up when they clean them off. They're picking the front ends of these trucks up. These trucks weigh 11,000 pounds. They're picking the trucks up probably 3 foot in the front end.
On board with Firestone Wilderness as you're going to go riding with them.
Eric, are you ready to ride? Okay.
Getting set to go racing here. Firestone Wilderness against the series points leader, Dan Patrick and Samson.
Well, Ralph, honest to goodness, you could take a coin and flip it in the air. That's how close these guys are. This is going to be probably as good a race as you're going to see for a long time. Patrick is fast. Eric is fast. They both got lightning fast reaction times. Let's watch them lead. That's from inside the Firestone Wilderness truck. Firestone a little bit ahead of Patrick at this point.
Oh, but he can't make it up for it. Look at that.
Oh, pull it out.
Dan Patrick really made up for the difference, didn't he?
Jerked the rabbit out of the hat to
Samson credited with the win as you got to look at our suspension cam down underneath. Boy, he really came out of nowhere to make up for the lost time.
He was behind, and then right when they went to the finish line, he kicked that Hemi in place, and it went for everything. Look at that beautiful path on that truck.
Now watch the suspension on the Firestone Wilderness truck go to work. Remember, that's 11,000 pounds landing on the ground. Look at that suspension absorb the shock.
Look at these shocks right here. Look how easy they're working now. They're nitrogen filled, and this truck is absolutely state-of-the-art. There, see it come out, it extends right here, well, it drops down, then we'll go back up. That makes the landing that much smoother.
What a great shot to give you an idea of what happens when these 11,000-pound machines go flying through the sky.
Right, well, we're setting to go now with the obstacle course.
Second round, Bigfoot and Samson. Eric Tack behind the wheel of Bigfoot. His first appearance with Bigfoot on Motor Madness. And Dan Patrick, the man who leads the point standing.
Eric Tack may be making his first appearance here. He is no newcomer to racing monster trucks. Patrick got him off the line. Patrick got him off the line. It's Patrick in the lead just a little bit. Patrick is in the lead. Let's see. Oh, Patrick took it home, but I saw big-time sparks come out of underneath Samson's truck. He kicked the drive shaft out of it.
The drive shaft right out of the bottom of Samson. He sure did.
Kicked the drive shaft out of the back of it.
He got the win, though.
But one thing about it now, these trucks are all shielded. Everything's there. Look right in here. He sheared the back drive shaft out of it. Right there. That's the drive shaft. Hanging down right in this area. And it's all shielded. All this around it is shields that keep that drive shaft from coming out and going to the ground.
There he is trying to back it up.
That's where safety counts, and look at everything there. But right here, Ralph, that should have a U-joint in it, and it's gone. Well, Patrick said he was going to try to hold back. Typical racer. I'm not going to run it all that hard tonight. I've got a long road trip ahead, and then he goes out and hammers it.